Tyray Mollett is kissing his new girlfriend Shannon on the tell-all set. Find out if they are still together after season 4 ended, 90 Day. The single life star Tyray Mollett has a new girlfriend in his life after season 4, a woman named Shannon. Tyray is a 33-year-old living in Modesto, California. Tyray was shy and withdrawn as a person because of his weight. He didn't feel comfortable making friends in real life and was more inclined towards finding love online on dating apps. Tyray had come across a woman named Carmela 4 years ago and was in an online relationship with her. Tyray didn't know that Carmela was a man named Christian in the Bahamas who was scamming him. Christian had been regularly taking money from Tyray by pretending to be Carmela. Christian and his friend managed the Carmela account, and they wrote to multiple Americans while looking for someone naive enough to send him money. Christian netted around $3,000 from Tyray. Tyray had to face his catfisher on the show and has, since then, taken a while to get himself together and date again. However, the most heartbreaking thing happened on Tyray's first ever date. Tyray spoke to Carmela almost every day for 4 years and even went to Barbados to meet her once before filming the show. Tyray thought Carmela was just his type. She was a hot, thick, beautiful woman, and he described her as a goddess. Tyray was told Carmela was doing hair on the side and planned to go to school, so she could start a business in the future. Tyray himself was unemployed after he quit his insurance job to take care of his mom. Tyray had tried to talk to Carmela on video call once, but she ignored his request. Tyray saw Carmela as his future wife, even though he'd not spoken to her on video call ever. A producer informed Tyray that Carmela was not real and that someone had been catfishing him for money. Tyray refused to believe that Carmela was a man. Tyray suspected Carmela was hacked. He hired a private detective who found out that Carmela was, in fact, real and worked as an adult model, but she wasn't aware that Christian was using her photos to scam Tyray. Tyray was embarrassed that he'd fallen for Carmela's tricks and even given her money throughout the relationship. He was heartbroken when he heard Christian's voice for the first time over the phone, while the producer questioned Christian why he catfished Tyray. However, Tyray was not ready to give up on love yet. He was 100% ready to go on a first date, and Tiffany was someone he'd met at a funeral and asked out on a date with a lot of courage. When Tiffany was over an hour late for the date, Tyray knew he had been ghosted. Tyray crossed paths with Teresa during a boys' trip in New Orleans. The military mom was recently divorced and agreed to go on a ghost tour with Tyray. She thought Tyray was genuine, like a big teddy bear. Tyray and Teresa even shared a love for traveling. However, Teresa was not keen on being in a long-distance relationship. She saw Tyray as a friend and nothing more. However, Teresa did agree to stay in touch with Tyray after filming. "Never say never," she said, while showing hope that Tyray could, perhaps, fit into her life sometime in the future. Tyray didn't waste any time in approaching a woman named Raina at a dance club after being impressed by her moves. Tyray was now starting to act desperate. He met Raina at a house party. She asked him for the beaded necklace he was wearing. Tyray angered fans when he bribed Raina with a kiss. Raina only gave him a peck on the cheek, which left Tyray feeling disappointed. Like Teresa, Raina also wasn't keen on dating someone from another state. However, during the tell-all, Tyray revealed he was still talking to her casually. Tyray and Raina were just catching up on the phone and not doing any kissy on the phone or anything that. Tyray admitted it didn't sound like a relationship. He said he met another girl in New Orleans while he was there. Tyray had met the woman when he was out to grab some food with his brother. After Tyray and the woman started talking, they exchanged social media and were still occasionally DMing each other. Tyray said they were flirting a little, but nothing serious was going on between them. Tyray claimed he didn't know the woman's name because he was drunk when she told him. The woman also did not write it on her social media page, and there was no way Tyray could have known it. Tell-all host Sean Robinson said they knew her name, and it was Shannon. Shannon was invited on stage by the team. Shannon told her side of the story and revealed that she saw him randomly when she was in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. Shannon was the one who went up to Tyray and the two hit it off when they started talking. Shannon said they talked about meeting, and she was more flirty than him while texting. Tyray admitted he didn't ask Shannon out because he didn't want to approach her when he didn't feel ready. Shannon confessed that she found Tyray's heart to be the most attractive. She was drawn to his kind, outgoing personality and the fact that he was easy to talk to. Shannon also added that Tyray was handsome and nice, which made Tyray blush. When Tyray was forced to ask Shannon what she'd like to do on a date, Shannon said she'd like to go and eat at a nice restaurant and find something touristy to do. Shannon wasn't bothered by Tyray being a 33-year-old virgin. She didn't know that Tyray had also never been kissed. Sean suggested that Shannon could be Tyray's first kiss if she wanted to. Tyray and Shannon in front of all the cast members. Debbie Aguero said she was proud of Tyray and that he and Shannon looked good together. Tyray then walked Shannon out of the set. Tyray had mistakenly revealed his current relationship status in February 2024. Tyray spoke about his Valentine's Day plans to In Touch. He implied that he was in a long-distance relationship after filming 90 Day, The Single Life Season 4. Tyray mentioned that, unfortunately, the person he wanted to be with on Valentine's Day lives a little far away. Tyray was instead going to stay at home and make a nice meal for the number one woman in his life, his mom. Tyray and Shannon will now have to face the issues that arise out of a long-distance romance.